we ended up in North Judson, and we ended up with the Lambert family, and we've been very, very happy with that relationship. It's been great. This is rosmarinic acid. It's also a very powerful antioxidant, but it's now water-soluble, not oil-soluble like the carnosic acid. When you have a boring minute, put rosmarinic acid and human brain health into your browser and look at all the articles that will come up on how important that molecule is. We're only just discovering the impact of this molecule on brain function, memory. Even there are several papers here looking at the effect of this molecule on the onset of things like Parkinson's disease and delaying the onset on things like ALS. So there are all sorts of areas for application of these natural molecules. They're very, very powerful indeed. Numentics is the primary product that we produce at our North Judson facility. We also use some of this product in Verdilox, which is the pet food product as well. So, if you're into regular spearmint, the stuff that we grow a lot of in north central Indiana, this is the amount of rosmarinic acid that it would normally produce. It's not a huge amount, it's there because all mint species, Lamaceae, has some degree of rosmarinic acid. But our mint, we've got 2 clonal lines, hyperaccumulate this almost to 10% of their dry weight. So 80% of their dry weight is cell wall. If they put 10% into one other molecule, it doesn't leave much for anything else. So these are truly manufacturing vehicles. They're manufacturing these cool molecules. They're at the far extreme of the population. So these are very, very rare plants that we select out. We go into very small plots and look at their agronomic ability. And the interesting thing, calisons are here, I know. The interesting thing, regular native spearmint has this peak here. This is carvone. It's the molecule that gives spearmint its characteristic taste and aroma. You all know what I'm talking about, right? And neither of our 2 lines have any carvone at all. So they look like mint, they are mint, but they don't smell like mint or taste like mint. And when we have customers that come from all over the world, one of the cool things to do is to take them to a native spearmint field, have them taste it, and then come over to one of our fields, and they think, wow, this stuff's a little different. It really is. I think this is Dave on here. So the cool thing about mint, and this is a cool term for us, is invasive. Okay, mint is an invasive plant. If you have it in the garden at home, you know that it grows everywhere, right? And that for us in our business is fabulous. It grows everywhere because of these rhizomes. They're underground stems. They grow very, very well. So we can dig up an acre of rhizomes and we can plant 20 new acres that quickly. So we can be very responsive in mint. If I could produce everything in mint, everything that we do, I would do it in an instant, because it's that good of a crop to actually grow. This then goes into a rhizome planter. If you're from this neck of the woods, you know what those are. Most people in the US, actually most people in the world, have the faintest idea what a rhizome planter is. And the fact that this chops it up and lays it in the ground, and 6 weeks later you get this, is absolutely stunning. And row mint then transforms into meadow mint, and I've learned all this from the Lamberts over the last 10 years. It's spectacular. All these plants are genetically identical. They're all producing rosmarinic acid at the same rate. We start harvesting our mint early June, and unlike most mint growers, we harvest every day from then till the end of September. So we'll take 2 or 3 days to harvest field 1, we'll go to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. By the time we get back to 14, field 1 is ready for harvesting again. And it's that sort of rate. It's quite interesting. But what's in here degrades extremely quickly. So within literally less than half an hour, we have to take it to the Kemin facility. This is an old photograph. It doesn't have the Kemin logo on there. And it goes up a conveyor belt. And then from there, it goes into 2 large microwave systems. And these microwave systems instantly remove the water from the leaf tissue. They do it so fast that there is no way for the enzymes in the plant to degrade anything at all. And so the material, the molecules are fixed instantly in the biomass, and it comes out green and dry. So this now is loaded with that molecule that we're interested in. And we have the bales, and they're ready to go from here to the extraction facility. On the last note, we also grow 20,000 acres of